Okay, so now we are going to watch a greeting message from Professor Jens Nielsen from the University of Copenhagen in Denmark, who apologized for not being able to arrive to the event. Professor Als Nielsen worked at Riso National Laboratory for more than 30 years, from 1961 to 1995. And now he's professor at the University of Copenhagen since then. So he was the co-creator of the European synchrotron radiation facility and the creator of the grazing incidence X-ray beam, which has been utilized by the Lahav and Leiserowitz group for many years. So are we ready with that? Good.
Hi, Les. I hope that this here will work. This is a PowerPoint where you should just do as though it was your own PowerPoint. So the first slide here is an old slide. It's one of the first times that we worked together in Hamburg. So it's Isabella to the left, you as a sort of 50-year-old, and then I think it's Leah Addadi, and Sharon Greer-Wolf. And it was Sharon's experiment where we tried to see whether the appropriate overlayer on a Langmuir trough could explain the growth of glycine crystals. And the setup is shown here. This is something that I had worked out together with Christian Kjær a couple of years earlier, and we worked together with Helmut Møwald and Christine Bøhm. And this is the publication you see here is together with Frank and Didier, two of your very good students that I'll come back to in a second. So the idea is that one shine onto the monolayer, one shine X-ray at grazing angle and measure the reflectivity, and at the same time one also measure how the diffraction is out of the plane. So that gives us a two-dimensional structure of a monolayer. Now comes slide number 3, again with our two friends, French students. And they're, apart from being very good, their main interest was in food, as for many Frenchmen. And later on, we worked together in Grenoble, and the two guys went to Lyon and purchased food and prepared a real French and very delicious dinner, which you see here on the left, and I'm sure you can remember that. To the right, it's Frank again. He was then employed by a Swedish drug company. I've forgotten what the name is, Astra something. And the columns you see in the background is from Stockholm, where you had received the Aminoff Prize. That was a great event where we were also present. Now, here comes Tene. So now we are jumping over quite a few students, and Tene, tell something.
Yes. Hello, Les. We started, I guess it's 14 years ago, where I was introduced to the world of malaria and hemozoin, and it was, on the picture, we're sitting in Jens's living room, and that's also where I'm sitting now. And I remember back on these times as a very, very fond memory. It was great working with you two, and also I think it's a very symbolic picture, this one, because your homes has always been open to me, both Jens's home, but also your and Mohammed's home in Israel. So thanks a lot. It was great times, and I'm happy to convey my congratulations to you today.
Very good. Later on, both Tene and I were, and you, were at Sandbjerg at a castle in Denmark, where there was a summer school for radiation students. And Lone took you out on a bicycle ride. And that was apparently almost too much for you. So you had to lay down and rest and think about something else. And that's what you're doing here. And that will be the end of the slide presentation. And so congratulations from Tene and me with your 90-year-old birthday. That's quite a bit. Okay, bye-bye, Les.
Bye-bye.
Next, we are going to watch and hear a recorded message from Dr. Orn Almarsson from the company Axelyf in Iceland. Orn is a good friend of Leslie, who again could not make it to the event and was kind to share with us his greeting.
Greetings from Brookline, Massachusetts. I'm sorry that I couldn't be there today to celebrate Leslie's 90th birthday with you all and with him. But I'm grateful for the opportunity to address the group and Leslie with this video message. I speak for as many friends here in the Boston area when I say that he is an incredible educator, a fastidious, detail-oriented, and persistent researcher, and a great human being. I've had the good fortune to know Leslie for the last 25 years. And what I want to do in the next 2 minutes or so is to share 3 little anecdotes that really speak to the value of this wonderful man in my life. The first story I'm going to tell is when I was coming to Transform Pharmaceuticals, which was a company here in Massachusetts where Leslie and a few other excellent researchers, including the late Joel Bernstein, were consultants. And I remember being asked to chair a scientific advisory board meeting in November of 2000. I was coming up from my former place of work, which was Merck, and I went to SciFinder to look up these people, and I came down with an instant imposter syndrome because these folks were incredible with their publications and what they had done. So I felt, in short, slightly intimidated coming to this meeting. But what I actually encountered was just genuine, helpful approach to this. And I just was overwhelmed with the kind of support I got from these folks, including Leslie, from the very beginning. And it was Leslie's first time really working with pharmaceutical companies, but he brought incredible insights and knowledge that was just too good to pass up. And the second short story is from one such scientific advisory review, which happened later, subsequent to this first meeting. And we had a habit of sharing copious data and analyses of crystallizations, which we were doing in high throughput systems, which was a big part of our effort at the time. And I remember having a data set that wasn't particularly rich in results, and it was slightly confusing. And I remember Leslie stopping me and saying, "Ern, it is time to stop working and to start thinking." And I'll never forget that. And it was valuable because this is exactly how Leslie has approached things. Speak the truth and seek the truth. The third and last story is about the work that he's done with the malaria pigment, which I was privileged to see the beginning of it, and in the early 2000s have a small hand in it. And this is now the work on hemazoan crystallization, the malaria pigment, and how to understand that biocrystallization event and this is now attacking a very big human health problem and finding strategies through some glistening insights on that process. And I have to say, I'm incredibly impressed. I feel like I've been watching a tour de force for the last 20 years by way of presentations, papers he will send me, emails that I get from him, and of course, the occasional visits that we have here in Newton, Massachusetts, which are always wonderful. And I just want to say to Leslie, a very happy birthday. I wish you all the best. I hope you all have a wonderful session. And I wish you, Leslie, and Ruchama a healthy period going forward. I hope to see you soon. All the very best. Bye-bye.